So talk a little bit about this piece that we're doing, River of Entangled Voices, and how the poem came about. Let's talk about that first.
Yeah, so we were thinking it would be a great idea to get more CU students in on this project, and so I approached one of the professors at the CU English department, and she recommended two of the poets in her MFA program, and we got in touch. We started talking about the general concept, and they came back to me. They put their heads together. They came back to me a month later with a piece of poetry. We reworked it a little bit, and that's kind of how we ended up with the text. It's not the most straight-ahead piece of poetry. It takes more of a metaphorical view of the chorale and this journey that it's been going on for the past 50 years. But I like that. So.
Yeah. What would you say the theme of it is? Like, what does it revolve around?
Right. So the idea of the poem is it's following a drop of water from when it's a snowflake way up in the clouds in the mountains, all the way down to when it becomes part of this huge river that eventually enters out into the ocean. So it's about kind of this individual becoming part of a large movement. And I saw that as similar to a choir. You have all these voices that are individuals, but you put them together and it's this big, large, unified thing. And I just saw a lot of parallels there. So, this piece ended up, it was interesting because I wasn't really thinking of this when I began, but it ended up sounding a lot like Messiaen, who's someone I've kind of discovered in the past couple of years in college and just have really grown to love. And there's a lot of sort of influences from Palestrina and kind of 16th century counterpoint sounds in there too. So yeah, sometimes you have something in your head and sometimes you kind of discover it as the piece moves forward, which is always fun.
What is it you enjoy about writing for choirs?
Let's see, I just love the sense of this huge kind of living, breathing thing that's that you don't even get from an orchestra really, because people are, they're using themselves, they're using their voices, and it's this very organic sound, and it goes back centuries and centuries, and it's this very old tradition. I just love that sense of being part of this bigger thing.
It's wonderful. Well, Trevor, thank you so much for doing this, and we're really looking forward to performing your piece for our 50th anniversary year.
Yeah, looking forward to it too.